Welcome to our deep dive into Chapter V of the legal framework, focusing on offences against women and children. This chapter is crucial as it addresses a wide range of crimes, from sexual offences to those relating to marriage, miscarriage, and offences against children. Understanding these laws is essential for safeguarding vulnerable groups and ensuring justice. Throughout this video, we'll explore the key sections, highlight important changes, and discuss landmark cases that have shaped the current legal landscape. Let's begin by setting the context and outlining the scope of Chapter V. Sexual offences form a significant part of Chapter V, covering sections 63 to 73. These sections detail the definitions, punishments, and special circumstances surrounding crimes such as rape, sexual harassment, and assault. The law has evolved to include more comprehensive definitions and stricter penalties, especially for crimes against minors. We'll look at how these provisions aim to deter offenders and provide justice to victims. The amendments over the years reflect society's growing awareness and intolerance towards such crimes. Section 63 and 375 define rape, while Section 64 and 376 outline punishments. The law now recognizes various forms of rape, including those committed by persons in authority or during separation. Punishments are severe, especially in cases involving minors or resulting in death or persistent vegetative state. The amendments have introduced new sections to address gang rape and repeat offenders, ensuring that justice is served and deterrence is maintained. The legal framework is designed to protect victims and penalize perpetrators effectively. Sections such as 376 AB, 376 DA, and 376 DB specifically address rape on women under 12 and 16 years of age. These sections impose harsher penalties, including the possibility of the death penalty. The law acknowledges the vulnerability of minors and aims to provide just and reasonable medical expenses for their rehabilitation. By focusing on these cases, the legal system demonstrates its commitment to protecting children and ensuring their rights are upheld. New Section 69 has been introduced to punish those who engage in sexual intercourse by deceitful means, such as false promises of marriage or employment. This section ensures that individuals who exploit women through deception are held accountable, even if the act does not amount to rape. The punishment can extend up to 10 years of imprisonment and includes fines. This addition reflects the law's adaptability to changing societal norms and the need to address new forms of exploitation. Sections 70 and 376D, along with 376DA and 376DB, deal with gang rape. The law distinguishes between cases involving adult women and minors, imposing stricter penalties for the latter. Gang rape is treated as a particularly heinous crime, and repeat offenders face even harsher consequences. These provisions aim to deter such acts and provide justice to victims, reinforcing society's zero tolerance for group sexual violence. Sections 72 and 228A prohibit the disclosure of the identity of victims in certain offences. This is crucial for protecting the privacy and dignity of victims, ensuring they are not subjected to further trauma or public scrutiny. The law mandates strict penalties for those who violate these provisions, reinforcing the importance of confidentiality in sensitive cases. Section 73 addresses the unauthorized printing or publishing of matters related to court proceedings without permission. This ensures that sensitive information is not disclosed to the public, protecting the interests of victims and maintaining the integrity of the judicial process. Violators face legal consequences, emphasizing the importance of respecting court protocols. Sections 74 to 79 cover various forms of assault and criminal force against women, including intent to outrage modesty, sexual harassment, disrobing, voyeurism, stalking, and insulting gestures. These sections have been updated to be more gender-neutral and comprehensive, reflecting the evolving understanding of gender-based violence. The law provides clear definitions and penalties, ensuring that offenders are held accountable. Section 75 and 354A specifically address sexual harassment, outlining what constitutes harassment and the corresponding punishments. The law aims to create safer environments for women, both in public and private spaces. By defining sexual harassment clearly, it empowers victims to seek justice and deters potential offenders. Sections 77 and 78, along with 354C and 354D, address voyeurism and stalking. These offences are now recognized as gender-neutral, acknowledging that both men and women can be victims. The law provides specific penalties for these acts, aiming to protect individuals from invasive and threatening behaviors. Sections 79 and 509 deal with words, gestures, or acts intended to insult the modesty of a woman. The law recognizes the impact of such actions and provides legal remedies to protect women's dignity. These provisions reinforce the importance of respect and decency in society. Sections 80 to 87 cover offences related to marriage, including dowry death, bigamy, fraudulent marriage ceremonies, and cruelty by husband or relatives. These laws address complex social issues and aim to protect women from exploitation and harm within marital relationships. The legal framework provides clear definitions and penalties, ensuring justice for victims. Section 80 and 304B define dowry death, outlining essential ingredients such as death caused by burns or bodily injury within 7 years of marriage, and cruelty or harassment for dowry. The law aims to curb the practice of dowry and protect women from fatal consequences. A conjoint reading of Section 113B of the Evidence Act and Section 304B of IPC highlights the importance of proving cruelty or harassment soon before death. Section 82 and 494 address bigamy, declaring it a punishable offense. However, personal laws play a significant role, especially for Muslims, where bigamy is permitted for males but not females. The validity of the first marriage is crucial, and divorced individuals are entitled to remarry. Landmark cases like Sala Mudgal v. Union of India have shaped the interpretation of bigamy, emphasizing the need for a uniform civil code. Sections 83 and 496 deal with marriage ceremonies fraudulently gone through without lawful marriage. These provisions protect individuals from deception and ensure that only valid marriages are recognized. The law imposes penalties for those who engage in fraudulent practices, safeguarding the sanctity of marriage. Section 84 and 498 address enticing, taking away, or detaining married women with criminal intent. The law recognizes the vulnerability of married women and provides legal remedies to protect them from exploitation and harm. These provisions reinforce the importance of safeguarding women's rights within marriage. Sections 85 and 86, along with 498A, address cruelty by husband or relatives. The law aims to prevent torture and harassment, especially in connection with dowry demands. B.S. Joshi v. State of Haryana highlights the objective of these provisions, emphasizing the need to protect women from domestic violence and ensure their safety. Section 87 and 366 address kidnapping, abducting, or inducing women to compel their marriage. The law recognizes the seriousness of such offenses and provides strict penalties to deter offenders. These provisions aim to protect women from forced marriages and ensure their autonomy. Sections 88 and 312 deal with causing miscarriage with the victim's consent. The law distinguishes between cases where consent is given and those where it is lacking, ensuring that offenders are punished appropriately. Quick with child refers to the stage when the fetus begins to move, highlighting the sensitivity of such cases. Section 89 and 313 address cases where miscarriage is caused without the woman's consent. The law punishes only the person who causes the abortion, ensuring that the woman is not penalized. This distinction reflects the law's sensitivity to the victim's circumstances and aims to protect her rights. Section 90 and 314 deal with death caused by acts intended to cause miscarriage. The law imposes strict penalties for such offenses, recognizing the gravity of causing fatal harm to a woman. These provisions aim to deter offenders and provide justice to victims. Section 91 and 315 address acts done with intent to prevent a child from being born alive or causing it to die after birth. The law recognizes the seriousness of such offenses and provides legal remedies to protect the rights of unborn children. These provisions reinforce the importance of safeguarding life. Section 92 and 316 deal with causing the death of a quick unborn child by acts amounting to culpable homicide. The law imposes strict penalties for such offenses, recognizing the gravity of causing fatal harm to unborn children. These provisions aim to deter offenders and provide justice to victims. Section 93 and 317 address exposure and abandonment of children under 12 years by parents or guardians. The law punishes those who fail to provide proper care, ensuring that children of tender age are protected. The ingredients of this section include the guilty person being a parent or guardian, the child being under 12, and the intention to wholly abandon the child. Section 94 and 318 deal with concealment of birth by secret disposal of a dead body. The law punishes those who bury or dispose of a child's body secretly, regardless of whether the child dies before, after, or during birth. The intention to conceal the birth is key to this offense, ensuring that such acts are recognized and penalized. Section 95 is a new addition, punishing those who hire, employ, or engage children to commit offenses. The law imposes imprisonment of not less than 3 years, which may extend to 10 years and includes fines. If the offense is committed, the person is punished as if they committed it themselves. This section covers hiring children for sexual exploitation or pornography, reflecting the law's commitment to protecting children. Section 96 and 366A address procuration of children, specifically minor girls. The law recognizes the vulnerability of minors and provides strict penalties for those who exploit them. These provisions aim to protect children from trafficking and exploitation, ensuring their safety and rights. Section 97 and 369 address kidnapping or abducting children under 10 years of age with intent to steal from their person. The law imposes strict penalties for such offenses, recognizing the vulnerability of young children. These provisions aim to deter offenders and protect children from harm. Sections 98 and 372 address selling children for purposes of prostitution. The law imposes severe penalties for those who exploit minors, recognizing the gravity of such offenses. These provisions aim to protect children from trafficking and sexual exploitation, ensuring their safety and rights. Section 99 and 373 address buying children for purposes of prostitution. The law has enhanced punishments and inserted the word child to emphasize protection. These provisions aim to deter offenders and safeguard children from exploitation, reflecting society's commitment to child welfare. Prior to 2013, rape laws were limited to sections 375 and 376. Criminal Law Amendment Act, 2013, expanded definitions and introduced new sections such as 375A, 375B, 375C, and 375D. The amendments also provided for medical expenses for rehabilitation and introduced the death penalty in severe cases. Later, in 2018, more sections were added to address rape against minors, reflecting the law's adaptability to societal needs. Recent landmark cases such as Independent Thoughts vs. Union of India, 2017, Siddharadu vs. State of Karnataka, 2023, and Kusbu Safi vs. Union of India, 2022, have shaped the interpretation and enforcement of rape laws. These cases highlight the judiciary's commitment to justice and the evolving understanding of sexual offences. The legal framework continues to adapt, ensuring that victims' rights are protected. Section 377 of IPC, which dealt with unnatural offences, has been deleted from BNS. This reflects changing societal attitudes and legal interpretations, focusing on individual rights and privacy. The law now prioritizes consent and protection, moving away from outdated notions. Adultery, previously a criminal offense under Section 497 of IPC, has been declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court in Joseph, Shine vs. Union of India, 2018. The law now recognizes adultery as a ground for divorce, but not as a criminal offense. This change reflects the importance of individual rights, privacy, and gender equality, moving away from treating women as property. Decriminalization of adultery sparked debates, with some arguing that it undermines the institution of marriage. The Centre opposed the change, suggesting alternative wording to address gender bias. However, the Supreme Court emphasized the importance of individual rights and equality, declaring Section 497 unconstitutional for treating women as property and violating privacy. Section 86 of BNS provides an explanation of cruelty, emphasizing the need to protect women from torture and harassment by husbands or relatives. The law aims to prevent domestic violence and ensure women's safety, reflecting society's commitment to gender equality and justice. Sections 88 and 89 distinguish between causing miscarriage with and without consent. The law is sensitive to the circumstances, punishing only the offender in cases without consent. Quick with child refers to the stage when the fetus begins to move, highlighting the complexity and sensitivity of such cases. Notable case involved a mother leaving her 6-month-old child with a blind woman, intending never to return. The court held that conviction under Section 93 requires the child to be left without protection. This example illustrates the law's focus on the child's safety and the importance of proper care. Section 94 outlines the ingredients of concealment of birth, including secret disposal of the dead body and intention to conceal the birth. The law recognizes the seriousness of such acts and imposes penalties to deter offenders, ensuring accountability and justice. Section 95 covers hiring, employing, or engaging children for offenses, including sexual exploitation and pornography. The law imposes strict penalties and ensures that offenders are held accountable as if they committed the offense themselves. This reflects society's commitment to protecting children from harm. Sections 96 and 97 address procuration and kidnapping of children under 10 years of age. The law imposes strict penalties, recognizing the vulnerability of minors and the need to protect them from exploitation and harm. These provisions reinforce society's commitment to child welfare. Sections 98 and 99 enhance protection for children by imposing severe penalties for selling or buying minors for prostitution. The law reflects society's zero tolerance for child exploitation and aims to deter offenders, ensuring justice and safety for children. Comparative chart of BNS and IPC sections highlights the evolution of laws addressing offences against women and children. The chart demonstrates the legal system's adaptability and commitment to justice, reflecting changes in societal attitudes and priorities. Understanding these comparisons is essential for grasping the current legal landscape. In summary, Chapter V provides a comprehensive legal framework for addressing offences against women and children. The laws have evolved to reflect societal changes, prioritize protection, and ensure justice. From sexual offences to marriage-related crimes and child exploitation, the legal system demonstrates its commitment to safeguarding vulnerable groups. Understanding these provisions is crucial for promoting awareness, preventing crime, and supporting victims. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of key legal changes and their impact.